It's time for discussions. Welcome to Discussions. Today we're going to be talking about priming, which is getting ready for something, and it's like psyching up for something. And we're going to talk about the discrepancy between times we do use this and we do realize it's an important thing, and times we don't use it, and a thought experiment on whether we should be applying it to more areas of our life, such as work, to help us perform better. So, what is priming? A simple example of priming is what my videographer friend told me. I was filming online video courses for desk clarity, and he said, before you film each course, you want to look confident, energetic, and awake on camera so that the viewer can feel the same way. So he said, before you start filming, look away from the camera and psych up. Say something like, in a louder voice, you'd say, I got this. I can handle this. I'm going to nail this. And you get excited in that way so that when you turn a split second later and you face the camera, bam, you're ready to perform. And I'm sure that's common in show business. I remember Sharpay and High School Musical used to do that weird noises before singing. And psyching up is clearly beneficial in, I guess, arts industries. And that's a form of priming because you're getting yourself ready to perform better. But when was the last time you saw someone psych up before walking into their office, or psyching up before starting your workday, or starting your studies and that sort of thing? So today we're going to talk about ways that we might be able to apply that rule of priming throughout our life. I use priming at the gym by always tucking in my shirt before a gym session. And unfortunately, I think I'm the only one at the gym who does this, but I do it for two reasons. One, it's like an anchor. And as soon as I tuck my shirt on, I know that it's time to focus. I know it's time to work. And I remind myself why I'm here. I'm here literally just to get bigger muscles. And I'm not here to impress the girls. I'm not here to impress the guys. I'm just here to lift heavy. So by tucking in my shirt, it reminds me of I'm probably less attractive. So if I cared about what the girls were going to think, then I wouldn't have tucked my shirt in. But by tucking it in, I'm saying I'm here for a reason. And coincidentally, that helps me perform better. It keeps me focused. Even if a girl's at the gym, I don't even look. I just stay training, and this is all part of it. Same as when I start a new job, I'm wearing a tie for the first month. Why? Because I'm reminding myself that I'm lucky to be here, I'm excited to be here, and I'm committed to performing well in this role. The tie is something that gets me primed and ready to perform. And those are anchors / priming techniques that can help increase your performance in whatever you're doing. And here's a method that Tony Robbins recommends for priming. He uses things like breathing, thinking, and moving the body. And moving the body to me is one of the most powerful ones. He says, in other words, he says to do a couple steps of priming every day. One might be breathing and pumping your hands in your air as you do deep breaths. Then you think of a time you're grateful for and try and go into that moment of gratefulness and get those emotions and do that again. And what he is doing is changing your breathing, your body movement, and your thoughts. So that is probably a comprehensive way to psych up and prime up for peak performance. But that actually takes a lot of effort. So the problem that a lot of us would face is that we don't want to invest that 5 minutes that will then help us perform better for the next hour. I'm the same boat. I don't really want to do all those steps, but maybe we can compromise and just do one of them. Maybe we can just move our body before we get to work or start our work. Just do 10 squats and get the blood flowing and get the body moving, and that might increase our energy just a little bit. Or think positive thoughts. Before you start work, try and think of 3-5 things you're really grateful for. And that can help us perform. Not to mention that it can definitely help with energy levels. When I was tired at work, I used to go to the stairwell and walk up and down the stairs to get energy back for the rest of the day. And when I was studying, I used to do 30 squats or 30 push-ups to wake me up whenever I felt tired, and that definitely woke me back up. So feel free to use this in your life. I know that before a date, I would definitely prime a little bit and psych up and make sure my energy's high before the start of a day. And if you're the same, then let's apply that logic to our work and our day-to-day lives as well. Let's do everything to the peak of our abilities. And one way to do that is to spend that minute or 2 minutes or 5 minutes before you start. It's like a starter engine on a car. That still takes electricity to get the engine going. Let's be our own starter engine and bam, crank ourselves up for peak performance. Take those on board, and thank you for watching or listening to today's episode. And please subscribe so we can bring you more content.